Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm sharing my personal journey into the world of AI coding and how it's reshaping the future of WordPress and pretty much everything. For the longest time, I was pretty skeptical about artificial intelligence. You'd see all these fancy demos and neat text generators, but for me, it felt like nothing more than a novelty or just a parlor trick. Especially on the creative side of things, writing, creating graphics, content creation, AI always seemed to just fall flat, at least for me anyway. It lacked that human context, that ability to understand the bigger picture when it comes to creativity. But then something changed. I discovered that AI could actually code stuff pretty well, a lot better than writing, in fact, and that's when my world turned upside down, or I started to see some new opportunity here. The first big challenge I faced with AI coding was discovering its limitations, of course. You see, if you're trying to do something niche, like writing about WordPress from an insider's perspective, AI can miss a lot of that context. It doesn't always get the community aspects of WordPress or the ecosystem, hosting and product businesses and how they all interact. It spits out text that's pretty generic for the average basic WordPress user, at least when it comes to writing. Even with all of those hurdles, once I realized AI could help me write actual working code, once I started to slow my process down, that was a light bulb moment. Suddenly, I wasn't just the WordPress guy tinkering with plugins and stitching things along. I was building entirely new applications from scratch, using things like React, VS Code, Tailwind, learning how to do API routes. These were things that I have never done before, only dreamed I could do if I was a real coder or engineer. After wrestling with the AI token limits, I started exploring specialized AI coding tools like Bolt, Cursor AI, and eventually Replit. These platforms let you code almost endlessly without hitting the usage wall of tokens if you're trying to code things directly in ChatGPT or Claude. You will have to pay for these plans and these services, but it is going to let you code at will. Even better, they integrate directly with services like Netlify for hosting or Supabase for your backend functions, database, and authentication. So you can test and deploy apps in a flash. It's really easy. That's how I ended up building something I call PulseWP. You can find it at PulseWP.cc. In essence, it's an RSS aggregator for WordPress news, but built my way. I asked the AI to write code that would ingest a bunch of WordPress-related feeds, summarize new articles, store them in a database, and then present them in a neat dashboard. It even generates quick, ready-to-use social media posts, which makes my life a lot easier as somebody who covers the WordPress news and posts things on social media about said WordPress news. No more manually going in and writing these headlines into Twitter or LinkedIn myself, to a degree. Yes, it still has its quirks. Sometimes the AI code gets jumbled or forgets a feature I ask it to build when I'm building this stuff with AI. Security is another big concern. You have to remind these tools to do things like hash passwords, handle password resets safely, user management, and permissions. That's a big thing that I've learned through this journey of coding with AI. And one that might be a sticking point with whichever AI coding tool you might use. So I was shocked at how quickly I could go from an idea to a working prototype. And the real power of AI here isn't just spitting out lines of code, it's about bridging that gap from zero to at least MVP, minimal viable product, faster than ever before. For someone like me who's always been more of like a WordPress tinkerer / coder than a hardcore like JavaScript developer, AI has become a new kind of page builder for any software, not just websites. And I think that's where this stuff really gets disrupted in the future. So where does this leave WordPress? I've thought a lot about that over the last few months. WordPress has thrived for 2 decades now, making it easy for anyone to publish content online. Easy. But AI is moving in fast. Imagine telling an AI to build me a blog with a layout just like the New York Times and host it for 37 cents a month. AI could handle the design, user management, even domain registration almost instantly and get your new website up online. That's disruptive, no question about that. But I also see reasons WordPress will remain relevant. I have a newfound respect for WordPress, having learned how to code with AI over the last couple of months. WordPress is open source, portable, and has a massive developer community behind it, I think, still. If you value ownership, security, and a human team continually refining and supporting your site, WordPress still stands pretty strong at this point. Large AI systems might build and deploy a website for you, but who's going to maintain it, keep it secure, and then evolve it with real human insights? Like, who's going to take care of this thing? There's still a huge space for WordPress pros and product businesses, especially those who are embracing AI instead of ignoring it. You can find some opportunity here in the next couple of years. And yes, I'm talking single-digit years. AI will disrupt industries from software to accounting to journalism, but it'll also create new opportunities as AI handles more of the repetitive work that we don't want to do day to day. We'll have more room for creativity, community experience, community building, and hopefully that means better human innovation. WordPress and its ecosystem can adapt by using AI to speed all of this stuff up, like workflows, improve features, and most importantly, give users a personalized experience that they can trust. Like, humans are actually really molding this thing. Want to try the aggregator I built? Check it out at PulseWP.cc. And if you're curious where all this AI stuff is headed, keep an eye on this channel, of course, because I'll be sharing more of the behind the scenes, like how I built this website, showing you more in depth how my thought process is behind it, and really just exploring the next phase of WordPress. Really, like, we're still going to continue covering WordPress, of course, but the impact of AI is here. And it's only going to get more aggressively faster. I'm not a doomsdayist with this stuff. I think that it will benefit a lot of us, but at the same time, it's going to disrupt those of us who at least aren't thinking ahead of the curve. And in fact, PulseWP.cc is something that I know will be served by your AI chatbots and operators. Like, ChatGPT just announced their operator service coming soon-ish, and these kinds of things will be disrupted. Curated news, summarization of news. I mean, we already see this. Humans already do it. But PulseWP.cc is just a bit of an experiment for me learning how to code, and of course trying out this new thing of summarizing WordPress news. If the world of AI is just in early days, so I can only imagine where it's going to be in a year or 5. So the future might be uncertain, but it's definitely going to be interesting. Stick to the WP Minute. Subscribe to the channel. Thumbs up if you like the video. Check out PulseWP.cc. Let me know what you want to see me cover next. Thanks for being here, for watching the video while we're all still human.